Hello guys, today we are going to be talking about the best skills and perks in the Hunter Call of the Wild to make the game much easier for you and hopefully put some more diamonds in your lodge. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. We are going to be talking about Stalker skills first. The first skill I would think you should have is Locate Tracks. Level 1, the directional tracking cone becomes more accurate and narrower, both in the world and on the map. So, level 1 will help you being able to track the direction of the animal better. At level 2, this increases the distance at which tracks are visible and highlighted, so you'll be able to see tracks from further away. And finally, level 3, the directional tracking cone is now even narrower and the tracks can be detected even further away. This is good for trophy hunting because you can see the direction that the animal is going in a lot better, and it helps you when you are tracking predators trying to find exactly where they're going. I would recommend 3 points in this, as you can see here. Okay guys, so I have a track here. So as you can see, I have a pretty small radius that the animal has gone in. Without this trait, it's going to be way wider. So it is harder to see the direction. And since I have 3 points, I can see this track from way back here, which is very, very nice. It makes it a lot easier to hunt. And yeah, let's get up to the next skill. The second skill you should have in Stalker is track knowledge. This is very, very important. Let's just go through it. Level 1, it reveals information about a animal's gender. It reveals information about a animal's gender when investigating footprints and vocalizations. Level 2, it reveals information about approximate animal size groups when investigating a need zone. And when you shoot an animal and you are looking for it, this will also show you the approximate health of the animal when you investigate the blood trail. For example, it will say you get a good vital. It'll say 50 to 75%, and it'll keep on going down until you find the animal. I would recommend 3 points in this too, as it is very, very important. But the level 3 of this reveals information about a animal's approximate weight when investigating for footprints and fur type when investigating disturbed vegetation. I would not recommend getting these. They are not a huge skill. There's definitely better ones, and you want to save your points for the better ones. Tier 2 here, we're going to do connect the dots. You will want this one, very important. I will read it here. Each time a track is investigated, a trail line is automatically drawn on your hunter made, also known as your map here, as you can see here. And the tail direction is also indicated with an arrow, so the way you have been tracking the animal. Investigated tracks that were not dropped in consecutive order have a dotted line drawn between them to indicate there are more tracks to be found to complete the trail. The dotted line will not occur if 3 tracks in the order are skipped. So, for example, I had a track here and a track here, but there is like 2 tracks in here, it would show a dotted line all the way through it. But I had a track here and a track here, and there was 3 tracks before it, I would not get a dotted line, which could be hard to make it harder to find the animal. This is also a very big one when you are sneaking up on animals. Soft feet. You do need 2 points in this one. Level 1, it reduces the noise generated when moving through foliage such as grass and leaves. And level 2 reduces the noise generated while moving through larger vegetation such as bushes and shrubs. So, for example, in here you can see, if you look at my bar in the corner, I don't make any extra noise than what I'm crouching fast, right? I'm still doing 3, and I go through here, still 3, correct, right? So it's going to be kind of the same thing through here. It might go up 1 bar, but if you do it without it, it's going to go up a lot more than 1 bar, and it can give you a chance to be spotted. For example, if I was sneaking on these red deer, and I didn't have that, they might spook from 150 meters than 75. So soft feet does make a very big difference, and that is why you will need 2 points in that. The next skill I recommend is imitate triangulation. 2 points in this is great. Each level decreases the size of the animal's vocalization indicator in the world, making it easier to pinpoint the position of the animal. So, I got these guys to do a warning call here. Let's see if I can get them to work. So here, I'm gonna get... Oh, hold on. So there I got a warning call. You can see it is very, very small. So I can easily find where those deer were. Got more way down there. Got nice ones down there. But that is why that's also very important, because when it's big, when say I'm in these trees up here, trying to look down at this herd, the indicator could show from here to there instead of just right on the animal. So when you're hunting animals that are in some foliage, it's very nice to have. The next one I'm going to do is improvise blind. This also decreases your visibility to the animals when you're inside large bushes. So when I go in here, you can see right now next to my heart rate, I am completely visible, right? And when I go into here, I'm going to get a straight line. So now you can see that my line is straight, and I can still see these guys perfectly. So that means I'm not visible when your line is straight. This means I'm barely visible, I think, and this means I'm fully visible, and this obviously means you could definitely swoop the animals. And that is why I have that trait there. The next one, this is just so you can unlock the next tier, is endurance. Your heart rate rises slower than when you're running or whatever. But I had to do it to unlock here. The next one is disturbed vegetation. This is very, very important. I have found many rares from picking up a disturbed vegetation. That helps very much, and it can give you very, very cool rares and even some super rares if you do it right. So that's very cool. I will show you one here. Alright, so here is a disturbed vegetation. They will look like this. So that black-brown is the color of the fur of this animal. And then it'll also highlight that track. So if you find a very cool disturbed veg, it'll tell you where to go next. Which is very nice. It gives you... You can find a lot of them, so you might get lucky and find a cool trophy. So that is why I love disturbed vegetation. The next one that is important is startle call. I mean, it's not super important, but with an animal is turned around, for example, and you are seeing its butt, you can do one of these, and it will pretty much make it alert, and you might get a broadside shot or a better shot, which is pretty useful, actually. And here is wind prediction. It unlocks the ability to detect the general wind speed, which this one doesn't matter too much, but I just had another point to spare, and it worked out. Okay, I am now going to do Ambusher here. So, you don't really need this, but you have to point 1 point here in Scent Tinkerer. Level 1 increases the number of uses per canister for all scent lures purchased. Level 2 increases the duration. Level 3 increases the range of them. And level 4 increases the attraction chance of all scent lures. This doesn't really matter too much. It's all personal opinion, but you just need 1 point to move on. The second one is More the Merrier. This increases the monetary reward gained from completing any mission by 5%. Again, that is also kind of one just to advance to here. This one is very big. If you are a trophy hunter, this is very big. It increases the amount of information that can be gained from the last animal spotted. So at level 1, it reveals additional information about how aware that animal is of nearby threats. So, for example, I can look at this red deer over here. You can see right below the drinking that they are calm, which means they most likely will keep drinking. So that can help you out a little bit. So when they go alert, then you can like crouch or do whatever you need to do to get them back to calm. The second point in that reveals information about the approximate health of the animal. Again, I can show you that. If you look in the yellow bar there, it will show you the approximate health. So if you get a bad shot and it doesn't die and it comes back, you should be able to notice that the health might be a little lower. And the level 3 reveals information about the approximate trophy rating and the weight of the animals. Level 3 is the most important. So, say I was looking for a diamond red deer. Their diamond, I think, is 253. So, if I could spot this male here. I can't, but if I could, there we go. So, if he goes to 175, so he cannot make diamond. There's not a chance he makes diamond. So pretty much with your trophy hunting, you can shoot him if you want for a respawn, but you know he will not make diamond. With their estimate is not above that. The next important one is sight spotting. I could not really live without this one. It unlocks the ability to spot animals while in aim mode with weapons. That means you do not have to switch to your binoculars to spot an animal. So normally, if you do not have this trait, you could only spot with your binoculars, and then when you go into scope, you wouldn't be able to spot them. But if you have this, you can spot them through your scope, which makes things a lot easier. So say I was trying to shoot these two, I could get a good idea on where I should shoot, take the shot, and then swerve over to this one, take the shot. So that is why that one is very, very good. Alright, let's move over to perks. In the rifle perks, you can put pretty much you can max out everything here. These are all pretty important. Muscle memory unlocks the ability to be ready for your next shot without leaving aim mode, which is pretty important. Level 2 is increased ready speed after firing for all weapons. Then you go to here, breath control. Level 1, decreased heart rate penalty from exhaling, which reduces the cooldown until your breath can be held again. Level 2, increased duration before you need to exhale while holding your breath. And level 3 is decreased aim wobble while holding your breath. Zeroing. This is pretty important here. So you are automatically zeroed without this to 150, which is the mid-range. At level 1, you unlock short range 0, which is going to be 75 meters. And at level 2, you unlock long range 0, which is going to be 300 meters. So let's see here. Goodness, a lot of things here. So these guys are 200 meters away. So that means 150 I'd have to hold right about here. But I'm taking a 300-yard shot, right, at this red deer, say it's way back here, 300 yards away, and I aim for a vital, I'll pretty much hit under the deer. So that makes it pretty hard, but with zeroing, so if there's one really close, I can get an exact shot. Closer to 150 meters, you can get an exact shot, and 300 meters. So if the animal is exactly 300 meters away, you will hit it exactly where you're aiming, which is very, very nice. So you can get better shots. Alright, the next perks you're going to get is in shotguns. You can put one point in both eyes open, Decrease edge blur while using shotguns with iron, red dot, and holographic sights, which I believe you have to get this to move on. The next one is body control. 1 point in this. Weapon sights align faster after rotating with any weapon. Each level unlocked increases the effect. Here, this one is very important. Recoil management. You want 3 points in recoil management. Less recoil when firing any weapon, and able to fire a follow-up shot sooner. Each level unlocked increases the effect. So this can make it so if you were doing a grind or you have to take down 2 animals, I can easily go from here to here, like really quick, without having like that huge recoil thing. So it's like boom, it'll be more like boom and then boom, and then you can just swipe over and take that follow-up shot, which makes it very easy. And that is why recoil management really does matter. Moving into archery, you can put 1 point in full draw. Increases the time an arrow can be drawn in aim mode before fatigue sets in. Fatigue will cause aim wobble followed by disruption of aim mode. Each level unlocked increases the effect. You can put one point in this. That is also just to unlock these. Move and shoot. Decreased wobble while moving in any aim mode using any weapon. This one's pretty good. So if I walk, you can see I have a pretty good bit of wobble, but it doesn't affect it too much when I'm walking, which is really nice. If you did that before, you'd be like way all over the place, which makes it, I mean, that one, when you're taking a shot, you're normally pretty steady, but it's just another thing to make it a little easier to shoot. So that's pretty nice. Then here I have increased confidence with 1 point. Increases accuracy of all bows when shooting from the hip. This one is to unlock this big guy here. With your bow hunting, this is pretty important. Unlocks the ability to enter aim mode with a bow while prone. I have these, but you can put them in shotguns if you like shotguns more, or if you want to put them in handguns, you can go for it. But I enjoy bow hunting quite a bit more, and that's why I have these here. These don't matter too much, but so you can really put them whenever. Like if you want more shotgun and then a handgun, go for it. So it's pretty much, these can be quite in your opinion, but these rifle ones and these shotgun ones really matter to give you better shots. Alright guys, that is all the best skills and perks guide for the 2026 July. With anything changes, I will post updates, but right now those are the best perks, and thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Hunter Call of the Wild content, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.